Moving toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. They go play action here on first down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
They forced 7 turnovers.
How many?
7.
7.
I mean, think about that number now. That's supposed to be a lucky number, right? Lucky for one side, unlucky for the other.
2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. The 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 42 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. And now an audible here into something else. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Now a play fake here on first down. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. That'll bring up second down. You look at this Browns defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Third down and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
On play action, they'll throw. And going deep for Hill. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Able to slither by. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Jerry Jeudy His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And this one fielded in the end zone. It won't be returned, so it'll come out to the 30. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. And he's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. On 2nd down, a run by Achane. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And going deep for Hill. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A give, running right, Achane. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. From the 20, here's the 2nd and 9. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have cut it back within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it. You think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll drop to throw. Shakes off the sack. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
First carry now for the LSU alum, Ty Davis-Price. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Another touch for Davis Price. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. He'll drop to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
To the right side and intercepted. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now back to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll run for it with Achane. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Gets this one to Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The 1st-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. 1st down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point splits the uprights, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, Andrews has it. What a catch. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, as we all know, possessions are crucial in a tie game. And let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
19 tight.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Yeah, that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time, we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. That is caught and able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. They'll set up a throw. Into the hands of Cedric Tillman. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Hands it off out of the gun. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Leo Chanel in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They'll look to throw here. Out route to Hill, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll go. Achane. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he gets it up past the 35. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation. And what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
There he goes, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 13 yards down to the 13.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Up the middle, Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throw left side complete. That's Nichols. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 10 more there and another 1st down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Davis Price up the middle. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Down the right sideline. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Here's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
He's got a man, complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 42 yards. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Channing Tindall. Inside the 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. The bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And got his man complete. Through the middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Cedric Tillman, 75 yards. And the Browns get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. No problem there on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane. Able to fight through one tackle. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one.